Greetings, my beloved children. Today we will continue to talk about the astral world in all its variety and abundance, and I will focus on its structure. The comparison with the honeycomb will no doubt be appropriate, and there is a reason for this. Its cellular structure allows astral beings to retain their energetic intimacy. Therefore, vibrations of different quality and frequency do not mix, and this allows astral beings to accumulate energy of a particular kind. This is why they are safe and healthy, and everybody benefits from this division, and I will explain why. For example, if all kinds of energy, negative energy, were accumulated by one astral being, it would not be able to digest it because its energy potential is not so high. That is why it prefers to feed on a particular type of energy, which is most delicious and typical for it. Thus, it sorts out the negative energies generated by man by attracting the most typical of them according to the frequency of the vibrations. What happens to a person who is obsessed with several passions, for example, offense, jealousy, and envy? Such person feeds several astral beings at the same time, and these, like bees, swarm around him or her, maintaining the frequency of vibrations corresponding to these emotions. One becomes truly possessed by the beings, and if one fails to block their path, the result can be sad. The expression committing a crime in the heat of passion is well known. It is the low frequency beings who push us into this condition. They totally rule one's consciousness and make one to do things that generate the desired energy in the most concentrated form, which is a real feast for them. And the crime committed triggers the chain reaction that leads to other negative emotions, such as sadness, pain, fear of losing a loved one, and others. This is how astral beings of all kinds gather step by step in the energetic tribute for their honeycomb, and humans are not aware of paying it so generously. What if one realizes that this is a low blow and tries to free oneself from one's passions? What happens in this case? As a rule, the one who is desperate begins to appeal to the higher powers. And they always hear you and come to you, dear ones. They begin to fill your subtle bodies and the space around you with the divine energy of love. It is as if the dolphins are jumping into the breach and bringing a drowning man to the surface. But everything else depends on you. Your celestial helpers can give you a chance of salvation by encouraging you to choose the light. But if you refuse to swim towards it, you will start to sink again. They cannot change your consciousness, but grant you a flash of illumination, which should be followed by hard work on the part of your soul to direct you towards the light. Careful and slow, patient and systematic. What happens to astral beings in this case? Having received the bulbs of divine light, they will have to keep a respectful distance. They continue to observe their victim from there and wonder if the high frequency vibrations granted by the higher powers can be maintained. And if one gives way to low frequency emotions again, they fall upon their food with good reason. In the following messages, I will tell you how to deal with your invisible companions. The Absolute Father who loves you beyond measure has spoken to you. This message was channeled by Marta and it was read for you by Adriana.